Sherrone, I'm sure you wanted to win this game by any means necessary. But to do it this way with what's looming, what are you thinking?
Yeah, proud of this team. Proud how they, one, how they prepared and how they never looked forward the whole week. And it's so easy to be able to do that with that game, on the horizon. So I thought overall how they prepared was outstanding, and then how they played really good in all three phases. We continue to get better. Being so young, those guys just played physical. They played tough. I was just really proud of the performance of the team.
Chris?
12 of 14 on third down. You just talk about the way you guys turned yards into points this week.
Yeah, I mean, it was outstanding. To go 12 on 14 is hard. It's hard in any game. So for us to do that was outstanding. Great job by Coach Lindsay and the offensive staff, and then the players executing the plan to a T. Bryce had to make some plays. Those receivers made plays, protection being where it was. All those things, and short yardage was so much better. All those things were huge. So it was a great performance. It meant a lot to do that, especially with the game coming up next week.
And then with Bryson, can you just talk about his performance?
We always say next man up, right? And it doesn't really matter who it is. It's nameless, faceless. We all talk about that with opponents, but it doesn't matter who's in the game. There's a standard of being a running back at Michigan. There's a standard of being a Michigan football player that you've got to play with, and he played to that standard today. Ran hard, ran physical, ran tough, and it's a true credit to him, to his family. Being a walk-on and doing and the trust level, the trust factor we have with him is so big, and he played at a really high level for us.
Clayton?
Could Jordan have gone if you really, really needed him? And then secondly, we saw Max in crutches. Is there any chance that he could return next week?
Yeah, so Jordan could have went if we needed him to. And I talked to him right after this. I was like, I guess you're not going to play next week. And he just laughed at me. He said, is that really a question? No, he could have went. And Max was in crutches. We'll get further evaluation when we get home and see what happens.
Tony?
Special teams, big spark, recovering the onside kick early,
Yeah.
then the long return from Andrew. I mean, how long have you guys been waiting on plays like that?
I mean, huge, and again, it's two freshmen. Chase Taylor covers the onside kick, and then Andrew Marsh just kind of doing what Andrew Marsh does, making plays as a punt returner, as a kick returner to get 147 yards total in special teams, return the football, and then as a receiver, 5 catches for 76 yards on the touchdown. He just continues to make plays, so just keep putting him in different places to do it.
And Bryce was talking about us about the offense peaking at the right time.
Yeah.
Do you feel that?
Yeah, I mean, the cool thing about what's happening is you have a bunch of guys that are playing at a high level at the right time. But when you rush for 200 yards for 4 straight games, it's really hard to do that in the Big Ten. And to do that and throw the ball as consistent as we did, I mean, Bryce was 16 to 23. And so to do that with the balance is huge. And to do that in this environment, in this game, getting ready for the next one, was a great sign for us.
Austin?
I'm going to ask you about peaking at the right time too. I mean, you guys have done that, the last several years. What goes into that of being able to have a team playing this best football this time?
I mean, just continue practice and preparation. We talked about starving our distractions and feeding our focus, and all the things that can distract you in the world and what can happen, whatever that is, eliminating that. And especially in this time, like we talked about, they always remember November. They always remember that month and what you do there. So, playing our best football now is huge, and we look to continue to do that.
Sean?
Sherrone, I know you had some turnovers last week, but the offense still moved the ball well, and you sort of continue that. Can you feel a little bit of a different flow, rhythm, especially from Bryce?
Yeah, I mean, I just think he's comfortable, what he's doing, and just every single day he gets better and better and better. And was close to one, throwing across his body, had to get him on that one. We got lucky on that one, so I think we scored on that drive, so I still got mad at him. And never stops. You never stop coaching these kids, but the best thing about it, he wants it. He wants to be coached, he wants to be pushed, and just keeps getting better and better. He makes plays that you're just like, man, it's phenomenal. He just does some things from a football standpoint, and I'm just proud of him and his progression and the offense in general, not turning the ball over, and then defensively getting turnovers. You talked about being, turnover margin was huge for us this game.
Go ahead.
Do you feel like he's seeing a little more clearly?
Yeah, I mean, I just think he's played more games, 11 games now of college football. So you only get better at football by playing it, so especially in the Big Ten.
Alejandro?
Sherrone, Ernest and Samaj didn't travel. What are their statuses?
Yeah, they're just working through some things, so, not long-term things.
Do you think they'd be available next week?
Yeah, we'll see as we go through the week.
Tony?
Big game on Saturday coming up.
Yeah. Big game.
What
That's
do,
right.
what do you think? I mean, are you allowing yourself to turn the page?
Oh yeah, it's turned. The page is completely turned. I'll probably watch this game on the plane or on the bus. The bus ride's not that long, but on the plane, and by Ward's discretion, I won't be in the office tonight, maybe. But this is the most important game of the year. It's around our building. It's everybody knows what this is about, and we'll put everything we got into winning this game. So we're excited to get prepared for it.
And could you explain what you do throughout the year, the little ways to prepare for this week?
I mean, it's everything you do. It's going to class. It's taking care of your business off the field. It's the way we practice, what we do, how we prepare, the mental mindset of how we study. Obviously, there's things within the confines of the building that I can't completely let you know. Come on, sit down, Trey. First Michigan sack for Trey. I'm proud of this guy. But there's everything we do, whether that's in the weight room, putting your M's up, making sure everything is neat, everything is tidy, everything's locked in, because you can't prepare for the game the week of the game. It's got to happen in January. It's got to happen in February. It's got to happen in March, in the summer. If you try to shift the way you prepare that week, then it's too late. So we've been doing this for a while, but now we get to focus in from a game plan standpoint exactly what we're going to do.
We got time for 2 more with Coach. We're gonna start with Angelique and then go to Chris.
Following up on that, Sherrone, I mean, how much do you follow Ohio State when are you watching their film? Are you taking notes? What's going on?
Yeah, I watch them every week. Yeah.
And what do you think of that team right now?
They're a really good football team. They're the #1 team in the country. They've got talent everywhere, on offense, on defense, on special teams. But I think we got a really good football team too. I think we got really good players. I think we got talent everywhere. So we'll prepare our tails off for this game, and then we'll go after it on Saturday.
You're nodding.
Oh no! Just every time you talk, you get me pumped up.
All right, we'll finish with Chris.
Can you talk about what it meant to have Cole back, and then just how the backups performed when you have guys go down and
Yeah, I mean, it meant everything. Cole's such a good player. He's such a great player. He's a young player, but he doesn't play like that. And it's great to be in the position to have all these guys, but we don't really have starters and not like backups. They're all starters. They all play. We got 6 starting defensive tackles. We got 6 starting edges. It's like at any point, any of those guys can be in, and we're good. The defense doesn't change. On offense, it's the same way. Receivers, tight end, like that doesn't change. So it doesn't really matter, especially on defense. We got so much depth on the defense, and how many guys in the back end and linebackers on defense. So it doesn't really matter who's in. The game plan is going to stay the same, and they all practice like that.
All right, I'm excused, Coach.
Awesome.
You guys can
Thanks,
ask
guys.
questions.
Thanksgiving, everybody. Thanksgiving.